Today, I start with the chapter or unit solutions. What is a solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more than two components or substances, of which actually it is homogeneous mixture of two or more than two components. In solution, one substance present in small amount acts as solute. Actually it present in small amount. Another substance which is present on a large scale acts as solvent. So normally solvent present on a large scale, whereas solute present in a small scale. So solutions are the homogeneous mixtures of solute and solvent. Homogeneous mixtures of solute and solvent. This clearly shows to form a solution there must be at least two substances, one solute, another one solvent. See, if a solution consists of or made up of only two substances, of which one is solute, another one is solvent, then it is known as binary solution. A binary solution is one which is made up of only two components. Example: sugar plus water, that is sugar solution. Here it consists of only two substances, sugar and water, of which sugar acts as solute, water acts as solvent. Solute is the substance which dissolves in solvent. The substance which actually dissolves is known as solute, and the substance which dissolves the solute is known as solvent. If a solution is made up of three substances, three components, of which one which is present on a large scale acts as solvent, the rest being solute, such solutions are known as ternary solution. A ternary solution is one which is made up of three components, of which one will be solvent, which is present on excess amount on large scale, and the rest are solute. So ternary solution is example for ternary solution: sugar plus common salt sodium chloride plus water. Here these two act as solute, whereas water acts as solvent. Like that, four components, quaternary solution, so on and so forth. Next bit is the solution in which amount of solute is very, very small compared to solvent amount, then it is known as dilute solution. A dilute solution is one in which very small amount of solute is dissolved in large amount of solvent. Another one is concentrated solution. Concentrated solution is one in which more amount of solute is dissolved in given amount of solvent. Next, shall see the types of solutions. See, solutions are classified into different types based on their physical states. Of course, one can expect 9 types of solutions based on physical states of solute and solvent. One thing for in mind, the state of solvent will be the state of solution. Solvent state will be the solution state. Solvent ಏನು ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Now let us consider state of solute, state of solvent. Then examples. Okay. If solute is a gas, gaseous solute dissolved in a gas, that means gas solution, gas in gas solution. Here one gas is acting as solvent, another gas is acting as solute. Okay, gas solution. What is the state of solution? Solution state will be the solvent state. Solvent state will be the state of solution. So state of solution will be gas. Then example for that. Best example, air. You know, air is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, moisture, so on and so forth. Or else you can give this example. Mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Here carbon monoxide gas, hydrogen gas. It is water gas. Carbon monoxide, hydrogen, mixture of nitrogen and oxygen, so on and so forth. Next, solute is in gaseous state, solvent is in liquid state. Gas dissolved in a liquid. Okay. Solution will be in the liquid form, of course. Example for this, oxygen, dissolved oxygen in water. Dissolved oxygen in water. Carbon dioxide dissolved in water. Carbon dioxide dissolved in water. Here, in this case, the solution state is in the liquid. Okay, so H2O is acting as solvent, which is in the liquid form. O2 solute, gaseous state. This is nothing but soda water, dissolved carbon dioxide or carbonated water. Next, gas in solid. Gas in solid. Solidal gas ಇರಬೇಕು. So state of the solution is solid. That is hydrogen in nickel. Hydrogen in nickel. Similarly, nitrogen and tungsten. Tungsten nitride. Nickel hydride, like that. These are few examples for gas in solid solution. Next bit is solute is liquid. Solute is in the liquid form, whereas solvent is in gaseous state. Okay. Liquid in gas system. Liquid in gas. Example, chloroform CHCl3 in nitrogen. Benzene in nitrogen, like that. Chloroform, it is in the liquid state. Nitrogen, gaseous state. Total system, that is solution is in gaseous form. Chloroform in nitrate, best example for this. Next, liquid in liquid. Liquid in liquid system in which, or solution, in which one liquid acts as solute, another one acts as solvent. Example for this is benzene and toluene. Mixture of benzene and toluene. It is a solution, homogeneous one. Okay. Hydrochloric acid plus water, sulfuric acid plus water, alcohol plus water, that is ethanol plus water, methanol plus water. They are all liquid in liquid solutions examples. Next, liquid in solid. Liquid in solid, liquid dissolved in solid. Example, amalgams. Best examples, amalgams. That is mercury in gold or mercury in sodium, that is sodium amalgam, gold amalgam, silver amalgam, etc. Amalgams are best examples for liquid dissolved in solid solutions. Okay, next shall say another type, that is solutions in which solute is in solid state. Solution is in solid state. Okay, not solution, as solute is in solid state. Solid in gas. Solid in gas. That is iodine, vapors of iodine in nitrogen. Vapors of iodine in nitrogen. Camphor in air or oxygen. Camphor in air or oxygen. Examples. Solid in liquid, solid dissolved in a liquid. You can give number of examples. Simple one is sugar plus water. Sugar plus water. Urea plus water. Sodium chloride plus water. That is. Then solid in solid solution. One solid dissolved in another solid. Totally the system or solution looks like a solid. Examples for this. Alloys. Alloys. Bronze, brass, German silver, steel, etc. They are examples for solid in solid solutions. This is about classification of solutions based on the physical states of solute and solvent. See, solid solutions are those which are in solid state. Solid solutions are of two types, that is substitutional solid solution and interstitial solid solutions. So there are two types of solid solutions: substitutional solid solutions and interstitial solid solutions. Let us see what is substitutional solid solution. Here, in the case of substitutional solid solution, some particles may be atoms or molecules, so on and so forth. Better, some atoms of solute displace the atoms of solvent from their lattice points, from their positions in the crystal lattice. Such solutions are known as substitutional solutions. Substitutional solutions are those solutions in which some atoms of solute displace the atoms of solvent from their lattice points or the crystal lattice. Actually, this type of solutions are formed when sizes of solute and solvent particles are almost the same. When size of solute and solvent almost same. Such cases you can expect substitutional solid solution. Example, brass, bronze. They are alloys of copper. Copper tin, copper zinc alloys. Next one is interstitial solid solutions. See, during the formation of crystal lattice, that is formation of crystalline substance, some empty spaces are left in the system, in a crystal lattice. Void space, they are called voids, also known as interstitial positions or spaces. See, in the interstitial states or voids, some small particles are trapped. Okay? Such solutions are known as interstitial solid solutions. Small particles like hydrogen, nitrogen, boron, carbon, etc. are trapped in the interstitial positions of some solid substances. Example for this, steel. Steel is an alloy of iron and carbon, in which carbon particles are occupied in the interstitial positions of iron, that is crystalline iron. Similarly, tungsten nitride or tungsten carbide, in which nitrogen or carbon are trapped in the interstitial positions of tungsten. So this is about solid solutions, substitutional and interstitial solutions. Next bit is concentration of solution. The strength of solution, concentration of solution is nothing but expressing the amount of solute present in the or dissolved in the given amount of solvent. Concentration gives an idea about the amount of solute dissolved in given amount of solvent. That is, there are different ways of expressing the concentration. First one is, of course, you have studied those things in your first year classes. Still, you learn again. First one is mass by percentage, mass by mass, that is percentage mass by mass of solution. Percentage mass composition. What is this percentage mass composition? It is simply, that is percentage mass composition of a constituent. In the solution, constituents will be solute and solvent. See, percentage mass composition of a component is equal to mass of the component, particular component, by total mass of solution into 100. This is percentage mass composition of solution. It is the ratio of percentage ratio of mass of the component may be solvent or solute. If more than one solute present, particular solute, to total mass of solution. Total mass of solution, it is nothing but mass of solute plus mass of solvent, that is mass of solute plus mass of solvent. So, percentage mass composition is the percentage ratio of mass of the particular component of the solution to total mass of the solution. Total mass of solution is nothing but sum of the masses of solutes, all the solutes if present more than one number, and mass of solvent, that is. Next one is percentage volume composition. Here small v, small term stands for solute and capital stands for solution. Okay. Percentage volume composition. You can easily define this one also. Percentage volume composition of a component is the ratio of volume of that component to total volume of the solution into 100, or it is volume of that component to volume of solute plus volume of solvent into 100. So, percentage volume composition is the percentage ratio of volume of the particular component present in the solution to total volume of the solution. Total volume of solution is nothing but volume of solvent plus volume of solution, solute. This is one thing. Next one is percentage mass by volume composition. Percentage mass by volume composition. Another important concentration term. Here, percentage mass volume composition of a component is equal to mass of the particular component of the solution divided by total volume of solution into 100, or mass of that component by volume of solute plus volume of solvent into 100. Simply you can say percentage mass by volume composition is the percentage ratio of mass of the solute, particular component or solute, to the total volume of the solution. This is another way of expressing the concentration term. Next one is parts per million. Parts per million, generally denoted by ppm. Parts per million. It is generally this way of expressing the concentration or strength is used to express the strength of solution in which the solute amount is very, very, very small. That is, oxygen dissolved in water is very, very small. That oxygen amount in given volume of water is expressed in terms of ppm. So, ppm, parts per million of a component or substance, component of a system or solution is equal to number of part of that substance or component in solution or system divided by total number of part of all the substances present in the solution. Total number of part of all the substances present in the solution into 10 to the power of 6. It is ppm term. Apart from these types of concentration terms or unit, there are some more terms known as molarity, molality and mole fraction. Okay, molarity, molality and mole fraction. First, let us think of molarity. Molarity of a solution. Molarity of solution is often denoted by capital M. It is the number of mole of solute that present or dissolved in given volume of solution or 1 liter of solution. It is the number of mole of solute dissolved in given volume of solution, given volume of solution. So, molarity is equal to number of mole of solute divided by volume of solution, of course, in liter. Volume of solution in liter. It is number of mole of solute dissolved in given volume of solution in liter. That is, we know that number of mole, generally number of mole is denoted by the letter N, volume denoted by V. V should be in liter. Okay, N number of mole, but number of mole N is equal to mass of the substance by molar mass. Mass of the substance by molar mass. Now we can write this one as mass of solute in gram by molar mass of solute, which is also in gram, into 1 by volume in liter. This is the expression used to calculate molarity of a solution. General expression. So, molarity of a solution is mass of solute by molar mass of solute into 1 by volume of solution in liter. Next, there is another way of expressing the concentration of solution, strength of solution, that is molality of solution. Molality is denoted by small m. Molality of a solution is denoted by small m. Molality is the ratio of number of mole of solute to mass of solvent, not solution, mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent in kg. That means molality of a solution is the number of mole of solute that dissolved in given mass of solvent. Given mass of solvent, not solution. Given mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent should be in kg. Or it is W of solution. Mass of solvent in kg. So mass of solute, number of mole is nothing but mass by molar mass. Mass of solute by molar mass of solute. Of course, these two masses are in gram, or else you can take it in the kg. 1 by mass of solvent in kg. This is another mode of expressing strength of solutions. Next one is mole fraction. Mole fraction of solution. It is interesting one that let us study in the next class.